So here we are with literally less than a week away from the exciting launch of Disney Plus streaming service, and I can't wait, and you can't wait, and everyone can't wait. But for now, we have absolutely nothing to talk about. But we're going to talk anyway. First of all, how was Johnny's Not So Scary Halloween festivities this
They
year?
were okay.
What happened?
But the
sound...
trick-or-treaters did not get to experience the whole thing because of the wind. I tried to put some extra decorations out, but the wind just kept blowing things over.
Oh, because your yard, you mean. So how about the kids? They had a good time?
Oh, the
Out and
kids.
about?
Oh, yeah. They went pretty crazy.
I heard it was crazy up in your area.
Yeah,
Up
my
in your neck of
neighborhood
the
was
woods.
nuts. The wind slowed down the decorations. They did not slow down the kids because we had... What did we have? We had like 600 pieces of candy. Not all like...
Did you count a piece of candy
whatever.
before you started?
It said it on the bag. We cut a couple 300s and a two something. Maybe no, I might have had more than that, like 800.
Propane.
Even if we had one piece of candy left by the end of the night. So even if
You had a single piece of candy.
one piece of what was it? Jolly Ranchers.
That's funny.
But yeah, so even 2 pieces a kid. It was a lot. It was basically, my neighborhood is basically like when you walk down Main Street in Disney. It's just, you can't drive a car down the street. It's just kids.
Yeah, my aunt was up your way, and she said that she was telling me that. Usually we have that problem in my neighborhood as well, but it was a little slower this year. But a lot of houses without the lights on.
Yeah, there was a few.
Kind of lame. I mean, some people are like... We're kind of... I noticed like my neighborhood is at that like cusp right now where there are like still a good amount of old people that originally bought these houses years ago still living here, and then getting to the point where like dealing with trick-or-treaters might be a little too much for them.
Yeah.
And so, I get
that's
that.
why like my parents' neighborhood is like all of us as a group of kids. We all grew up there. We trick-or-treated, but once we all grew up and moved out, now it's just the parents still. So everybody comes to my house.
And it's understandable. So I'm assuming that's why that was like that.
Yeah.
And then you get the younger, like, even though we're not young, we're a younger generation of people that are, going to be taking over the next 20, 30 years in the neighborhood, and those lights were on. But a lot of those people are at our age where we have kids and we're all out, so their lights are off. Like, we turned our light off after a little while because we went out for a while. So that stuff happens. We bought, I don't know exactly how many pieces of candy I bought, but I was shocked. First of all, I walked into CVS and there was buy one get one free candy on the day of. You think they would have just took it to the cleaners there, but they didn't. I was able to buy 2 bags of Milky Ways, 1 bag of Milky Way caramels, and a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups for $11, which by Halloween candy standards is not bad
that's
at
good.
all. It's actually pretty high quality candy as
I think
well,
it was
in my
like
opinion.
15 or 18 bucks for 1 bag of the candies I bought.
Yeah. My wife, she'll buy she's that person that will go and just get like Dum Dums or like any piece of candy that you just hated to get when you were a kid. What's the other thing she always gets? I can't think of them right now. They're like little balls of like chocolate. Not ball, like
Whoppers?
No, not Whoppers. I'm not gonna be able to think of them right now. If I do before I put this podcast up, I'll put the name on the bottom of the screen. But if I said it, you would know it. But I just can't think of it. But anyway, they're cheap, and once again, they're that kind of candy that you get, and you're like, eh. But
Yeah, see, I would go that way because of how many kids there are in the neighborhood.
Sixlets.
But like, there's a few houses in my neighborhood where we go pretty crazy decorating. So you can't be the house that decorates and gives out the cheapo candy. So you gotta kind of. But
yeah, they're like Halloween is changing. right? Like not in like any kind of drastic way, but there's always like these new unwritten rules that kind of come along. Now like the dads are in the neighborhood and now they all have to have beers. That's a new thing I've noticed.
Oh yeah, we have a wagon. We pull that wagon. We have some beverages in it.
Yeah, very interesting. I have not partaken in that, but
Oh jeez, yeah. Oof.
you never know.
It's been the last like three years.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
This is millennial.
And then now next
Millennial trick or treating, I suppose.
next year it's on Halloween's on a Friday, so
Oh, by all means,
yeah, go crazy.
drink if you got them.
Bring the hard stuff.
Bring the hot stuff. I heard there's one neighborhood I was in. They're now giving out nips to the adults and candy to the children. This is a thing that's happening up in like Bridgewater or
It's
something.
not a bad idea.
But think about how. Imagine all the parents that came to your house that night and you had to give a nip, $1 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could see like I guess if I held on to them for like people I knew. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that silly Halloween talk. I do enjoy Halloween though. The weather was supposed to rain and despite the wind, I think it was pretty good weather overall.
Yeah,
so that was good.
Temperature and stuff was good. Just that wind was annoying, but whatever.
You see any?
Beats rain.
See
and
any good Disney costumes in your travels that night, or?
Well, my youngest son was Buzz Lightyear,
I saw that,
and my wife kind of.
and you should send me that picture. We'll put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was funny. I gotta keep that
She had
up.
like a
I see.
the adult sweatshirt, and then she was Did I?
I seen a few Descendants, like stuff that kids watch now. I don't even know. If you
Yeah,
know
there was a
that.
couple of those. I don't recall. When we went to where did we go? We went to Edaville Railroad. It was like Halloween time. I saw it was a cool little girl dressed up as Moana, and I don't know if it was her older brother had like the Maui costume. That
Oh,
was
there you
pretty
go.
good. I don't recall seeing many on Halloween night though.
I seen a
Was that-
Mickey and a Minnie.
There was a lot of like
Wasn't really well done.
Fortnite, and I don't even know what
That
those.
guy.
It was weird costumes that I don't even know what these things are.
Yeah, I seen a lot of Ninja Turtles. I told a friend of mine that I was with, I was like, if you would have told me when I was a kid, or even if I was like, even when I was like a young teenager, that Ninja Turtles would still be a thing,
Yeah, I would
I would have
thought
never
that.
guessed. But it's awesome because I love Ninja Turtles. So
Yeah, and hopefully this
Cool.
new Ghostbusters will bring that back too.
yeah, and they did. That's kind of coming on. I've seen. Actually, I saw Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and that was a cool costume somebody had.
Huh.
But I don't know. It's not like unless you're a real Disney nerd, there's not really that many options except for like a lot of the classics. Like you're not gonna see very rarely in the Northeast are you gonna see somebody like paying homage to like a Haunted Mansion character or something like
Yeah.
that. Although you wish you did see that. You do see that at the Mickey is not so scary type thing, but you're not gonna see that up here overall.
Yeah,
Let's-
I wanted a car. We had gotten the patterns for the hitchhiking ghosts for the pumpkins, but it was just like
Oh, that'd have been cool.
this October was super busy. We didn't even have time, so we got some like those carvable fake pumpkins. So we're probably gonna do that for next year, so we can have those. So at least have a little something.
Yeah, so we can get Anyway, we had texted earlier, and I'm gonna be better about these show notes so that Johnny has time to think. But I didn't really have much on hand for this episode. Like I said at the top of the show, nothing going on much in Disney. We were talking about doing the best or worst, or but we didn't really discuss that in too much detail. So I'm just gonna throw out the idea because I'm working on. Johnny's wife has actually written something that we're gonna do. I'll be doing a video on about the Tron coaster going into Tomorrowland, and so I thought we'll spitfire this around a little bit. What do we think about? And I know we did broad strokes about the future of Magic Kingdom, and then we did the future of Epcot. And I believe we covered all the parks, but broad strokes, the direction that Tomorrowland is going in. It seems to me that they're going to kind of engulf Tomorrowland into the feel of Tron. Like once that's in, it feels like they're almost gonna bring everything else around it to kind of have that whatever that Tron feel is. Because I heard they're gonna do it to the Tomorrowland Speedway, and you know you've seen color changes on the Carousel Progress and all that stuff. So, like, to keep it easy, like, what do you think about that? Like, first of all, do you like the original concept of Tomorrowland? Do you want to see it go, or do you think that like this is the right direction? Or...
Yeah, like the original concept is a good concept, but like everybody complains or says that by the time you make it, it's already out of date. So at least, I mean, the Tron thing is very like it's like that basic. It's like a basic color, basic. You know, the basic. It's very neat and tidy, and it's clean looking. Like even with the new Tomorrowland sign, it's like a clean, nice looking sign. And like, I think that it could be a good direction to go in because it's not anything. It's not real, so it's more easy. I would think it'd be easier for them to do things towards that way instead of having to keep up with our technology, just kind of go that type of way.
Now
like,
I'm gonna throw, not to cut you up, I'm gonna throw this at you because this thought came to me earlier too when I was thinking about this. Are we now gonna quietly see? Excuse me. We've seen in parks, IPs taking over. We talked about that, I believe, last episode. Are we now going to see this? I mean, all right. So you got Galaxy's Edge. You got Pandora. Are we now gonna slowly, with the classic lands, start slipping the entire theme of a land per IP? In other words, is Tron gonna take over Tomorrowland? Is Jungle Cruise gonna take over? You know.
Yeah. I hope not. I would hope they wouldn't do that. I mean.
Because I mean that's got a movie coming. Pirates has a movie. I mean, this could happen very quickly, without us even really knowing.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, you know, like with them doing the individual lands, and like the Star Wars, like that type of thing. But I think in Magic Kingdom, I think Tomorrowland's really the only one they could really do it with. At this, like I think, like in Adventureland or Frontier, you have too many different things where. Like and you don't need to have like a like the Tomorrow. You don't need to have to keep up with anything. It's just what it is in those individual in like the Fantasyland. You know, you got all those movies that you can.
Yeah.
You can't really same thing. And like even Frontierland.
See, because Fantasyland was like originally just IP driven to begin with.
Yeah.
So, but it was natural, right?
Yeah.
And minus it's a small world, which basically becomes the last major ride. And correct me if I'm wrong. Major ride. You know what I mean? E-ticket kind of style ride. In the Magic Kingdom, it will not have an IP attached to it once Jungle Cruise comes out. Am I correct in saying that? I believe so. At least that I can think off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Well, Tiki, I could say Tiki Room, not a ride, but I'm just.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Yeah. Tiki Room will probably get some sort of Moana thing or something put to it. But yeah. Yeah.
So is that? I mean, not to get away from what the main focus here, which is Tomorrowland. So is that what's going to happen here? Like, I think the Carousel Progress is going to survive though.
Yeah.
So if that survives,
I don't think they can get rid of it.
You're gonna have and Tomorrowland's always kind of been a weird hodgepodge of things anyway. But Tron and Space Mountain being side by side, you see that you're like, okay, I guess that makes decent sense. It's not anything out of the ordinary. Aesthetically, they'll look similar. I'm sure by the time they finish everything, and nothing will stand out. Carousel Progress, Tomorrowland's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, but
the way it's going.
Thing with carousels, at least it's hidden in that thing, so you can always, like they're doing with the painting the outside of it, you can always hide it with that.
Just so out of theme, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Forever,
want it to go
but-
anywhere.
Just is. And then, I mean, and then the People Mover, like that. No one ever wants to see that go, but that's just kind of like gonna be. I guess what I'm trying to say when I bring this up is like, where is Tron? Like, where is it gonna bring everything else with? Like, what everything else that goes with it? Like, where is everything going now with that? Got like a light cycle coaster, and that's like uber futuristic. Space Mountain's an older ride, but because it's in the dark, it will survive. And then the People Mover just feels out of place. Like now, well, like once that happens, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Because that's gonna feel retro futuristic, still.
Yeah.
Versus Tron, which is, I'm not a big fan of movies anyway, but just
Yeah.
I don't know. And then whatever they put in Stitch's Great Escape,
Yeah, unless they, I mean,
just it's all over the place.
unless they just go for the overall, and not like theme the whole land to Tron, but theme the look of the land to Tron, like just so it all, the color scheme goes
meshes.
together. Because I mean, is there plans for more Tron movies?
I don't know. I know
Like, I don't
that.
even know how well the last one did.
I don't know either. Well enough to make a ride, and then.
Yeah.
You have, you've heard the rumors. Like, I think it's confirmed at some point that the Tomorrowland Speedway is getting that Tron
I think
refurb too, right?
anything they do to that is whatever at this point.
No, I agree. I feel like they should just put another dock ride there, but whatever. And then, like, what happens to, Sunny Eclipse there? I can't think of the name of the restaurant right now. The Starlight Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what happens to all that? Like that theming. I mean, it's been long overdue to get out of there anyway. But
Yeah.
like, where now? So where are they gonna go with that? Is that gonna match Tron 2? And I mean, are there gonna be Tron elements in the dark sections of the People Mover? You know what I mean? Is the
Yeah.
father from Carousel of Progress going to appear in the next Tron movie? I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
It's just.
See, I
I'm
think
very
right,
afraid
right-
for the future of Tomorrowland.
right now I think they're just kind of using the color scheme type of thing to at least keep that all together, because because not Epcot's going through the huge change. I'm just trying to think when are they going to get back around to Magic Kingdom to do more. To I would
They
think.
never really do. I mean, the Fantasyland project was big, I guess, but
Yeah.
like they never really do it. Like,
I'm just trying to think. They did, Hollywood Studios with Star Wars and Toy Story. Now they're doing Epcot. I would think maybe Animal Kingdom would be next, and then get. I think they kind of Magic Kingdom kind of just seems like they do bits and pieces. They never really.
yeah, I was gonna say, and like I don't know, my uncle actually brought up a good point. I think I may have even mentioned this in another podcast. Like that I don't think you noticed, and I don't notice. You just go to the Magic Kingdom, you love it. Whatever. But if you really think about it, not a lot. He came back from his last trip. He's like, it's just so old in there. And I guess what he's trying to say is like from like a moderate Disney fan or someone that just doesn't mind going with their family, but doesn't think like that park is not. There's nothing really new. Like, all right, it's a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I mean now we're gonna get Tron, but it's a slowly evolving park. It doesn't move like, and you'll never see, like you said, bits and pieces. You're never gonna see them do, or at least we never have it. Even when they did New Fantasyland, they kind of did it behind walls and they got it done. It wasn't affecting the daily flow.
Yeah,
of
like
the
I don't
park.
think they'll ever shut down
Yeah,
Adventureland and just
Yeah.
like that type of a thing
Well,
to rehaul the
Epcot,
whole
it's
thing.
just
Yeah,
like a construction zone right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad for the changes, but I don't know if that. We'll talk about it. We'll speak to it when we get back. That's kind of, it's awful to have to go on a trip and then not have the whole feel,
yeah. Seems like just the Magic Kingdom is their Disney's baby there, so it's like they don't want to.
I get it.
It's you know, adults, kids, everybody can enjoy it. You get the nostalgia from the older people that don't want too much to change, so they keep things old. But then it's that's a tough, like if you're with somebody, going with somebody that's not a huge Disney fan, I would think Magic Kingdom might actually be the toughest park to take them to convert them to a Disney, like more of a bigger Disney fan. I would think it'd be easier to, you know, you go to Epcot, you can go to the countries, you can go drink around the world, you can go to Animal Kingdom and you go to Pandora and Flight of Passage, and that like ride is incredible. There's not like something, and you know, Hollywood Studios, same tough thing. You get the immersion of the Star Wars and like the newer rides in Toy Story. But Magic Kingdom's that tough one. It's like, are the teacups? The teacups aren't gonna
and that's why
convert you.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're getting Tron.
Yeah. So yeah.
Because even the Haunted Mansion, as advertised on your shirt there.
Yeah.
We love it, but I wonder, like, is that a ride? There's no way to ever even know any of this, but is that something that, like, if you didn't experience as a younger child growing up, does it resonate with you as well?
Yeah. Like if I didn't take my kids to Disney and tell them how much I like, you know, Pirates or Haunted Mansion and let them experience it, if I didn't take them till they were, you know, they didn't go till they were 20, how would they feel about going on this Haunted Mansion ride?
Yeah, because I had a friend who just came back from Disneyland, and he went on the Haunted Mansion for the first time. Now, granted, disclaimer here, and he, they got the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay on there right now, but even then, and he likes Nightmare Before Christmas, not a big Disney fan, but likes that particular IP, and he was just like, it was okay, you know, and I think the style, the dock ride style, where it's like kind of a slow omni mover, scene to scene type of ride, is something that you have to kind of fall in love with at a young age for it to like really stick with you. But then again, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just some people are just into observing rides like that more than others. I don't know. He did like Pirates, so said Indiana Jones was okay. So I'm just throwing his opinions out there, kind of just so you get he loved them. He said that Small Goes Wrong was amazing. He loved that.
But then you look, that's a new ride.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. So,
yeah.
And he loved their version of Space Mountain too. So, and he had visited the Magic Kingdom in Disney World briefly for a day, and he only got to go on like two different things, like It's a Small World, and I actually believe it was only It's a Small World and Space Mountain there. And he wasn't too crazy about Space Mountain there, but he liked the one over in Disneyland. And I believe it's Hyperspace Mountain right now, so I know the Star Wars things, and maybe that was what got him too. But either way, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that these things resonate with people differently, and it's really hard to get a grasp of like what Disney's trying to do right now. Like I think they're trying to be able to grab anybody at any age. I don't know if you can grab if someone walks in there right now at the age of 50, never been there before, I don't know and they don't have kids that are going to make them fall in love with it. Like, they're not going to enjoy it through their kids and then kind of just get with the program. It might be hard to, like, really get to those people. Or maybe I should even say 40, 45, whatever. Or something like Tron might pull them in, and that's why we're getting that. And maybe it's not going to do anything to the land other than they just want that. But they're gonna want that to know. They're gonna want people to know that's where Tron is, though. So that's why I think the look is gonna be. They're gonna want to pull people to that attraction, pull people to that park for that attraction.
Yeah.
Like basically the way Animal Kingdom stands right now. Like Pandora is carrying that park right now.
Oh yeah.
Like Flight of Passage especially. So. And that's and that'll always be there. But I think it's buying them time to eventually get there again and do another major project. Now you're going to have a couple of things, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
so on and so forth. So maybe we're not going to get a huge change, but I think that it already looks like we're going to get some kind of Tron-inspired differences hit in tomorrow.
Yeah, I think, just like, as anything, when something is new, like, people go to it. So even if they're just changing colors and sprucing it up, people are just gonna want to go see it.
Is Tron gonna bring? This is like an interview format now. Is Tron gonna bring Seven Dwarfs mine train down to like a level of to reasonable now? Like, are we gonna simmer off that? That's the newest attraction, and now we'll get like the 25 to 30 minute wait that ride really should be, or is that just gonna be?
Probably not, because it's more of a family type thing. So you still have like the younger
That ride's
kids can still go on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. Well, I have not waited in it. And if I don't have Fast Pass, I don't go on it.
We'll go in January because I'm gonna teach you how to pound that app. We'll get on there, but yeah, we'll never wait. That's just lame.
No.
That's just lame. Especially like we're gonna walk in and we're gonna probably wait like less than 30 minutes to go on the brand new Millennium Falcon ride, and who knows? Well, we'll see what Rise of the Resistance is at, but and then we're gonna go over there and wait for that. It's like,
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I waited 16 minutes. Did you do Slink? You did Slinky Dog, right?
No,
I didn't do
we
it.
didn't.
So I waited like an hour for that ride. I wouldn't wait an hour again, but I wasn't like completely disappointed. Like that was a better that minus the fact that I'll give Dwarfs the edge because it has a little bit of a dark ride element in there, but I think the overall like balancing it, the family element just right with the thrill element and everything, Slinky Dog did better.
It's
But it's just a roller coaster.
It's so tough to get on rides at Hollywood Studios with this stupid tiers they have
it's
there.
horrible.
Because every ride is on tier 1, and then you have Star Tours on tier 2, and then shows on tier. So it's just
Yeah, so that thing that I was telling you about,
The TCA.
hashtag pound the app, and I'm not gonna talk too much about it right now, but I'll show you. You wait. The kind of the trick is to wipe out all the things early, so that you can just go one fast pass at a time, and then you just keep going back and forth and pounding until you keep getting those top tier rides. And it's just one after another.
Yeah, because I had kind of done that. We were looking, whatever.
You gotta be a little patient sometimes. It depends.
We were doing some. It was towards the end of the day. We were just looking for things, and it was just we wanted. I don't even remember what it was, but I just kept doing it till
basically
something
go up, down.
It showed up.
Each spot, yeah, you just gotta keep, you could not miss a spot.
Plus, there was 4 of us, so it was it's tougher.
That's
Tougher
true
to get
too.
the 4, but there'll only be 2 this next time. So
But we got Saucers, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky all in one day at one point, and it was fairly busy on our trip. So
because we did it. We actually, I think Slinky was the only one we didn't do. We did it, get everything else.
yeah. Speaking of which, we need to make sure we link up our accounts when we get out there. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically our something out of nothing episode. There's, leave comments. I always encourage this, but no one seems to like to do it. But even though we got thousands of people apparently listening and watching, we'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that, and any other IPs that you think might just maybe edge their way into Disney even more. Will Jungle Cruise? Are we gonna get a Dwayne Johnson animatronic in that ride? I'm gonna put my money on it that they're gonna put some.
I would think
they're gonna
something,
do something.
yeah.
Or maybe it'll be the Emily Blunt or both. But something's gonna get put in there. I can see it being in the temple scene, or I have to see the movie first and kind of figure it out. Like my guess, refine my guess a little more, but something's gonna go there to pay homage to the movie and to link it together. And the question with that will be: is that gonna ruin it? Probably.
Yeah.
Well, not ruin it, but make it not as. It won't improve it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because you just feel like that's just untouchable. And again, Eddie Murphy's not in the Haunted Mansion, so we'll see.
Well, yeah. Well, it was a flop, so. But
Yeah, that's true.
It just all depends how much money.
And
it
they're
makes,
supposed to
I
be
think.
trying that again soon, so we'll see if that ends up coming to fruition as well. But anyway, we're out of time, for today. And once again, leave the comments what you think, and you got Johnny Castano. You got to get this guy some work on Twitter. This guy needs some tweets, so hit him up and ask him, why don't you tweet? Leave comments at Quick This Takes for me. I'm always checking my Twitter at least a few times. I mean, I'm not obsessed with Twitter, but I'm on it a few times a day to see what's going on. And then I was here at the backside of water. I'm sorry, the backside of water at iCloud.com. Plenty of, times a day do I read emails, so I won't miss any of those. And that's about the only way you can get a hold of us right now. But until I get my lazy butt moving and get an actual website for this podcast. And please do not forget to like and share, subscribe, and also review and rate on iTunes. That always helps the show as well. So until next week, have a magical week, and can't wait to talk about Disney Plus. Pumped about The Mandalorian. That's all I can say about that. Take it easy.